Okay, good morning. It is very early this morning and I just feel like building. So we're gonna try to work on our little Forgotten Hollow, like Parisian, not Parisian, French Victorian inspired build. We did work on it on stream, and if you don't know, we try to stream, we attempt to stream Tuesdays 7 p.m. vibes. Not very consistent with it. Yeah, we did some landscaping on it, and the floor plan, the exterior still needs some work, but we're taking it slowly. As always, slowly but surely we're working on it. So today I think we're gonna work on like entryway, dining, and the kitchen, because it's all kind of like one little section, and then we'll just see how we go with it. Okay, this is kind of where we left it. Okay, camera. We updated some of the exterior bricks. We added a few pieces of landscaping. We have kind of this like nice side balcony that's fun. And again, it's still a work in progress, but I really like how it's turning out. I think it's cute. And then I also assembled this like materials wall back here. So this is kind of gonna be our like interior like color scheme, like a nice red, blue, green, kind of very into red, blue, green right now. So that's what we're gonna be working with. So I think today, and then I also went in and did a floor plan. There are some things that need fixed, and I don't really know how to do stairs, but this is gonna be downstairs. So we have like a little entryway, dining area, kitchen, hallway, powder room, living slash den area. Upstairs we have 3 bedrooms, closets and stuff. Ooh, we don't have a bathroom on this level, so maybe this will end up being a bathroom or something, like a big fancy bathroom. And then the 3rd floor we just have like this attic space, which could be like a 3rd bedroom. And then I put the high school years like sneak out window, so you can kind of get out here. But we'll see how we go with it as we continue the build. But today I think we're gonna focus on this entry area, this dining area, and this kitchen. All right, so as you walk in, I'm immediately thinking like, I do like to step up, but because there's a platform, you can't even see the spandrel. So I might even put like a closet here. We have like I can't do this camera. So I might even put like a closet thingy here. That way there's like, because this is like a huge space, and then we'll do dining, step up into dining and kitchen. So I think we'll just start with entryway. So I think I'm gonna delete this spandrel, and we'll delete these columns for now. But I think what I wanna do is actually like put like a closet or something here, which like may or may not end up being functional, but I don't know, something like that. That way there's like a little bit more of a formal like entry thingy, then you can kind of step up into the rest of the home. It's just awkward because this this window, I don't wanna like block the window or get rid of it, but it's also awkward because the wallpaper has changed. So I think we'll go with this all around here then. And we might just extend this across here like this. And then we'll just have the stone like on this front part. Okay, I like that. And then let's find a door, like a nice like closet door. And then we can put the like dream home decorator stuff inside it, so you can click on it if you play with the walls down. I never play with walls down, so it's not something I think about like if this closet's gonna be in the way of gameplay or like things floating being in the way. But honestly, I feel like I keep using high school years, but honestly the high school years like basic door, kind of nice. I don't like how it like lines up with the tile. Well, I guess if we put it here, because I also kind of don't like the idea of walking straight into another door. What if we did, that's not really solving anything. You know what, maybe we just keep it like this and then like just have like a too big of an entryway. We can put some seating or something. This trim, period. Yeah, you know what, maybe we just rock with that, and then we'll think about what else we can put here. Maybe like a wardrobe. I mean, the vampire one is like so campy. I don't know if I want that. But just something that we can pretend like is a coat closet. Could even put maybe on this side. Then we can have like something to sit on, because at least you're by the window. I don't know. This is like such a huge awkward space. Could also kind of do this again. Maybe some like storage in here. And then maybe we do put this back on this side like this. Like a nice little coat closet situation, and then something to sit on. I mean, it's just unfortunate that it's like it's just like all on the sides, but I think it's fine. You can put some clutter up there, and then maybe some like seating right here, so you can like put your shoes on or whatever. I don't know. And I also am unsure about colors right now, because it's almost like this section could be like one tile smaller, but like that window is like where that window needs to be, you know? Why is this diagonal now? Yeah, I don't really like how that window is like getting cut off. Maybe I'll just move them over one on each side. Oh, they line up with the doors above. That's really frustrating. Maybe no window, and then we put something there. Okay, I think that helps to solve that area. And then with this, let's just get the tall one as well. So then we're acting like this is like some form of like coat closet and then shoes. I don't really care for that white stripe, What if we just push it into the ground? All right, there, we have 3 of these, so then it looks like coat closet. And then maybe, is there a different color that I wanna do? See, I like the idea of this bluish, because I'm digging the red, blue, green vibes of it all. Like I said earlier, I kind of like this beigeish brown. But we can decide colors later as we work on colors in this portion. And I might end up changing these tiles to match with our interior theme versus our exterior theme. I thought it might be interesting to just carry them inside, but I definitely want it to be tile, but I think we can choose a different color. See, I kind of like this. Like, I like the red, blue, green of it all. And I've always wanted to use these tiles. I think they're so funny. They're so, like, silly looking. And again, I don't have a lot of tile options because I don't have a lot of packs. But I think that's working. And we'll come back through to change the colors once we kind of figure out what we're doing in the dining room and the kitchen. Okay, so I think we do dining here. I'm honestly thinking just a nice, simplistic, beautiful, modern table. Nothing, like, too campy. Nothing too, like, vampire worldy. Nothing too, like, vintage looking. Like, this feels too camp. Honestly, this one is the vibe, I think, the holiday pack. And I think this orientation makes the most sense. It's not centered with the doors, but I think it's fine. And I guess I've been choosing like some darker woods, but we might need some more contrast, so that might change. I think I like this deep one. All right, let's get some chairs. I mean, we could just go, ooh, I kind of like these. Ooh, and I like the pop of like blood red, because I do want like red accents. Okay, those are interesting. Ooh, what about this one? I like this blue as well. Wait, it's this one. I love the stripes, and I love the multiple tones of red, and I love the dark brown. And the gold is also nice. Okay, this is working, yes! Okay, maybe we also change the wallpaper in here. So I think we could do, I think I wanna save the crazy wallpapers. Do we? No, so we have the red accent in the chairs, so we don't wanna do that. So maybe we do like a nice, this moment in this section. I'm not crazy about how it lines up with the doors, but I do like more texture on the wall, I think. Maybe this side is stone because the hallway is stone. Maybe that makes sense. And then maybe this wall is also stone because these walls are stone. Okay, the door disappeared. Is that a vibe? No, that's corny. Okay, I kind of like this dark wood paneling, especially right here because it kind of helps this feel more built in. So maybe we do this wood paneling for the entryway. And then these can also be wood paneling. And that can remain stone. I kind of like that. I like this darker vibe. Okay, I am liking that. Ooh, I like that a lot. I was thinking of keeping this place like more light and bright, but I don't know. We could also darken this up if we wanted to like really like blend it in, which I do kind of like the vibe of that. And then we'll figure something else out. And we might change the tile again, but I'm liking this. Let's get a rug down, I think. Because then we kind of have like the dark tying in with the warm. I think we need like a greenish or a bluish rug to tie in our color theme. I mean, I know I just used this one recently, but I was instantly thinking of the werewolf one. Like these kind of have our colors. Okay, I'm not really vibing with that actually. Okay, I can't click on it anymore. Maybe this one? That's kind of nice. But then I wouldn't want the chairs to be the accent red. Maybe the chairs, ooh, the chairs can be blue. Or we just get a more neutral chair and let the rug be the accent color. Wait, those are like kind of tying in really well together. Yeah, I think we just need to replace the chair. I like the idea of the striped chair, but unless we find another rug, this is kind of green. No, you know what? I think I like the werewolf one. This purple vampire rug is nice too. Okay, here's like a blue. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with the werewolf rug. I think that's really beautiful. We just need like a more neutral chair. And honestly, maybe even lighter wood. Because even the rug has like that dark wood color. Also, do I want to change the color of this now? I was thinking these were like nice, bright, like white French doors, you know? Oh, that has cleaner glass. Maybe we'll do that. Or should I just keep it white? Should I have that be wood? We never figured out what I want the wall panel to be. Maybe we keep this light and bright. And then we have the decorative panel on. Yeah, we kind of take away the decorative panel beside the doors. Wait, I like that. I like that. That one can remain. That one can remain. Maybe I should move the door in between these. I do think ideally having the 2 doors line up is better, but this is centered to the outside. Yeah, maybe we'll just live with the fact that they're not centered and that can just be okay. Because I think this looks good. Let's find a more neutral chair so that we can have our like fancy rug. These are a little eclectic, but I feel like maybe something like that can work, and I like the lightness. You know what? I kind of like the rattan ones. I mean, in real life, I hate rattan, but I think in this situation, I mean, the paranormal pack is very New Orleans, and New Orleans, you know, was, for lack of a better word, colonized by France at one point, so I think that fits, and I think the colors go well with the rug. I wish the white wasn't so white, but ooh. Ooh. That's kind of doing something for me. Honestly, maybe the dark wood with the blood red is the vibe. I thought I was gonna like make this like nice light and bright because we have this fancy beautiful yellow exterior, but here we are, diva, with our already dark interior. Honestly, it's kind of like homey and like nice and like vintage feeling. I cannot complain. Or do we want the brighter red to match the rug more? Is that too much? I wanted to be using red as an accent versus, I like the purple. I think it brings in like more tones. Okay, so I think for kitchen, I kind of like that actually a lot. And then I'll clutter afterward. But I think for kitchen, let's try to get back to our red, blue, green palette. So like red is not as prominent in the palette as you can see here. So it's like we should probably avoid red in the kitchen. And I was thinking the high school years tiles are kind of nice. I kind of like these colors together. Maybe a different swatch of it. I mean, or we could just go back on what I said and carry the red through. There's also green, which I like the idea of. Once you put cabinets, you can't really see that tile actually. So if we wanted to like incorporate more green, because again, I like the red, blue, green. I'm gonna keep saying it. I like the red, blue, green idea. So maybe we have, because we need to tie in the green from this tile into this, the rest of like this space, considering you can see everything everywhere all. Well, in this case, you can't. Considering you walk in and you see everything everywhere all at once, like I want this zone to at least coincide with each other. You know what I mean? All right, maybe we try to bring in color, but I'm actually thinking like the wood might make the most sense. And I also might carry the wood here, 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 and here. That way the columns and spandrels can match. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Maybe we bring the color in through the tile and or the actual cabinets. Honestly, well, the vampire pack does come with green and this nice like beige stone countertop, which I think is like tying into our stone over here. That could be nice. Okay, maybe something like that. And then we do the refrigerator. I mean, the Smeg one probably, I don't know. I mean, that matches quite well. I don't like the gap, but we'll get the stove. I think there's a matching green stove, and that's on period. I know that's right. Do I like the stove there, or do I want it under the window? I definitely don't want it under the window, but I do want the sink right here. I like the sink. It's nice and beautiful. Okay, let's get some uppers. Wait, I'm liking that. I think that's working. It's like a bluish green, but like I kind of like that together. I don't know. Then honestly, for uppers, should we just copy these? That way it feels like it's kind of like tied together. Or do we just go green on green? Feels like a lot of green and it no longer becomes like a pop of color, you know? These have nice end pieces. Let's see if we can find something. Yes! Wait, what does the tall one of this look like? Oh, what a shame. Because this would be a nice like entryway thing. It has like a little bit more tone to it. Okay, I really like that. I think the wood tones are wood toning. So we're gonna go with this. And that's on period. Do we want cabinets over here? What do these corner pieces look like? What do the vampire ones look like? Definitely cuter. I'm just not the biggest fan of this one specifically, but I do think it might be necessary to have. Do we need the wraparound? How are we feeling about the wraparound? Because also it's like I can't really have a vent right here. Maybe that's not the vibe either. Can I fit an island in here? I don't think so because of where the refrigerator is. Okay, I think we'll go with something like this. I mean, it's not my favorite, I don't think, having it wrap around the whole way and then having this awkward one here, but I think we do need the little extractor fan, so for realism, I think this swatch matches the counters a little bit better. Okay, so maybe something like that. Yeah, vibing. And then do we want tile or a carpet? A rug. I don't want to reuse this one. What about Miss Spa Day? Ooh, okay. That's like too matchy-matchy maybe. I like this kind of beige one maybe. That's not bad. Or do we want something with like a little bit more personality in it? That like teal color. It's really like cool toned in here. I don't think I'm vibing with it as much. I mean, the new bathroom kit tiles are always gonna hit. That looks fierce. I mean, of course, Home Chef Hustle is always gonna do it. Can do slightly green. I don't think I like the green flooring. Honestly, this terracotta is kind of beautiful. Maybe like some form of like natural stone is the vibe. What about something like this? It's like warm. Honestly, the red one's nice. Like I like the, we're no longer using red as an accent. It's like a full like feature length film, bitch. Okay, I'm kind of digging that. We definitely need to change the wallpaper though. What if we go with like actual wallpaper? Is that a vibe? That's kind of a vibe. The browns are looking nice. The browns are browning. I kind of like that. All right, seeing everything like all in one, I do kind of like that. I do fuck with that a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna clutter and then we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. We are gonna do a little tour of what we've done today. I did not paint the ceilings. You expect too much from me. All right, as we walk in, again, our beautiful French Victorian home. Yes, it's so beautiful. I love it. We need to paint the ceilings, so ignore that. Me trying to find a good angle. You know, you gotta take the screen grab. Okay, so as we walk in, we have our beautiful funky little green green, blue, red tile. That's kind of the theme for the interior of this house. Does not match the exterior, but that's fine. Keys, stone wall. Nobody died at Stonewall. This nice like blue wood chairs you could sit, you put your shoes on. I like this wood paneling. I did bring the window back. It is a little awkward, but it's fine. We're ignoring it. We have our little coat and shoe closet built in. Gorgeous. Ivy coming through the wall. Didn't paint the ceiling. Then you step up into, oh, it's just, I love it. And then you step up into the dining room. This nice like red, blue. I did lighten up the table. I think we needed a little bit more variation in wood tones and I really like it. Beautiful chandelier, the jungle adventure plant, and then just a nice little like wardrobe. Maybe there's some like garden tools for when you go out the side garden, or some like your raincoat, umbrella, etc. That's from the Horse Ranch pack. Walking through here into our beautiful, beautiful green, red, brown kitchen. I love the color combination in here. I think it's really beautiful. And then just some simple clutter from the new kitchen clutter kit. You know how it is. It be what it be, yeah. That's the vibe. That's what we accomplished today. I like the two little lights from high school years. Again, we need to paint the ceilings. We'll figure that out once we do more of the house and decide kind of what the vibe for the rest of the house is. But I love it. I think we did a really nice job of balancing the red, green, blue with the nice wood brown. The ceilings not being painted are really taking it out, but I'm happy with this. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a great time building, and I think it turned out really nice. I was initially thinking like, oh, we're gonna do like this nice bright interior to match like our nice bright colorful outside, but I do like the red, green, brown, blue color palette that I kind of pulled together. So yeah, anyway, bye. Yes, hope you enjoyed this video. I think we kind of ate, I mean, as always, the ceilings need to be painted and it'll look so much better, but I'm excited to get through the rest of the build. I think like I don't know, the textures and things we have going on already are really nice.